Well, hello and welcome back. Today, we're just going to continue on with Krastorio 2 here. So last time we got all the optimization tech cards up and running, and so yeah, got a few things going on here, and it's all looking fairly decent, and also all patches starting to run a bit low, but we've got enough for now. But still, I want to get ahead of that, so we'll get on and get all the matter conversion stuff actually researched here to be able to make it from all these resources from just matter and go from here. So just get all that researched and pop back in again. And so with all that research done, I actually want to go and think about getting these Singularity tech cards being produced. It's not too bad, we just need to get a bunch of stuff going on here, but we'll throw that in and get that running. But first off, well, I need to get the optimization tech cards brought over to the labs. Like, I do have enough to be able to research it, but it still is not quite not being brought over. So, well, we'll just head on back down to where the labs are, which is, honestly does take a while to run over that. We do need to actually get the power suits done, but we'll just come over here and place where I'm going to put it down. So I want to get at least the usual thing of about 4 tiles in between, or 4 rail tiles in between, so about 8 units in tiles in between, and get this place down in such a way that we can actually work it here. That works fine. So now we just grab my station blueprint, plonk that down, and well, that will be for the optimization tech cards coming in, which is not the last tech cards. We still got the Singularity, but hey, once that's all done, making sure that all the outputs have the appropriate signals, and we can get the unloading here, which is a bit annoying because I don't actually have any reference points for it. With this one, I need to fix it up. It's very annoying, but make do for now. Just got to wait for the tracks to come through here, and well, you can see they're coming through here, and yeah, this station up here is blocking these advanced tech cards up there, so I need to fix it up. Like, that top one there shouldn't be too hard, it's just a matter of throwing in an underground belt to go past the station. But this other one that's loading up the chest, can't really do much about, because the way it needs to go is exactly where the station is, so that's annoying. But not much I can do about that at the moment from the map view. But we can see here that yes, the station's almost done. We're just waiting for the actual station itself to get here. Just counting to see how much it is. But we do have the construction block coming through with it, and so that we can place it down here, which is going to be the optimization tech cards. And now we're going to need to bring them over, which there's a couple ways I could go about this. But not too far away, it's just a bit of a jog, which still takes a bit of time, but I'm thinking instead of actually going from on top, feeding them from the top, I could actually feed them in from the bottom, which would make things a bit easier. I could always change it out later if I need to for adding in more beacons, but this is okay. Oh yeah, and because we actually got the train here, I should be able to add this in as soon as I actually remember to, get the stations being named. Well, this one is done, but I never haven't named the other one. So we'll set this scheduled up here. And yeah, that one has been changed to be the optimization tech card requester. So go through, get the appropriate ones, and bang. You can make sure the limits are set as well too, because we only want the one, but I'm only going to have the one train on the track, so that's fine. Throw that in, and got a little bit of fuel in there, so we've got enough in, so we'll hop in and just send the train over to, dump these optimization tech cards down there to be able to get the Singularity tech card researched. So that's all well and good. It's not too far away, it's just down here. And we've still just got to wait for all the belts to go in here, but we can easily grab a 6-to-1 balancer, which is the amount I'm going to need here. Make sure that is switched over downgrade to red belts because that's what I'm using. And we'll just bring this all the way across. Make sure that we can just get rid of any rocks here. So coming up here, we can remove the loader and the underground belts here because, well, I'll move them into a better spot here. Like feed them in from the bottom. And make sure it's going the correct direction, full distance, and yeah. Now I just need to get the belt in. That's all looking good. That's the way it should be. And because I had actually accidentally set the loader to unload from the Quantum Lab or Singularity Lab, it makes things a bit more annoying. So just come back over here, remove this one which is not going to make use, and well, we can actually start feeding things across here. So got the belt coming out from here. We'll just bring this over. Because when I did this, I actually forgot that there's actually 2 science pack cards I need to be putting in here. But then just checking, double checking to make sure there's a single one, but no, it's actually 2, the Singularity. So I was able to quickly run back down here and actually get this set up for the usual thing of half a belt each to be able to feed this in. And then the bottom one here is where the Singularity tech cards will come in from wherever they're being made. But that will get the Singularity tech cards being researched, which is pretty good. Okay, bit of time and actually got the research for Singularity tech cards done and also designed up the production for it, which can actually, somehow the design actually fits in here quite nicely. So that's all well and good. And because of the way this is, I'm actually going to need about 11 inputs for this because it's just a whole bunch of stuff. So we just need to go through and get all the stations down. A whole lot of stations. Really is just way too many. And so with all that, we can actually, well, all these stations, so many stations. It's just the usual thing of getting them all split out, and it's going off this way, but then realize, yeah, I could actually just use copy and paste to ability to go down, and these other ones, I still need to get the basic ones down, which I probably put these stations up a bit too high, but get all these down, we get 12 stations in, one which is going to be output for the Singularity cards, and 11 of the inputs. You can see all things are running fairly smoothly, apart from the fact that a few of these robots are in the way, but they are not vital, so we can remove those and start getting things placed down here. And so, yeah, still having the issue with the unloaders, so let's quickly fix that. Throw a station down in the Blueprint Lab, remove the station and also everything else. Make sure there's enough space in here, and we'll just add new contents for both the unloading and loading by adding them both in. Which gives us everything and gives us a reference point to be able to quickly add all the stations I need. So I add like 9 normal item stations and 2 fluid stations, which the fluid stations are a bit more in the special case because they're a bit more flexible compared to the item ones. And we also add 1 item unloading. So this all works out fairly nicely, and now we can get all the mounts out. So we need 2 of them that have 2 belts coming out, and the rest of them can have a single belt coming out because, well, that's the way it works out. And this last one, well, we need 1 belt going into 6. So with all that, get that down and get them being replaced with downgraded to red belts. And we got naming them because we need the MSR powder one, we need one for, well, rare metals. Get these all being fed into the appropriate spots. Then we get the blank tech cards because that's next on the list here, which slots in here nicely. We can then grab ourselves a few other things. Make sure that these all actually have the limit 1. So processing units in next, followed up by low density structures, and also electronic components being fed into the same one. Then we need the insight crystals, and follow up with finally the copper and lithium being fed into each other. These other 2 ones, well, they're sulfuric acid and nitric acid, which need to be fed into the appropriate sections I've got looked up, and I also need to make sure those pumps are pumping out from the trains. So initially I was going to do it one way, but then it actually turns out a bit nicer if I swapped them around to have nitric acid first and sulfuric acid second. So that's all feeds in, and we get the output of the Singularity tech cards there. Now, just need to get all the trains in. So we'll just get them all filled up. Start off, I make 12 iron cars, which wasn't necessary. But then it gets swapped out of, start getting things set up here. So to get them running, I need some fuel in here, and I've only got so much, which isn't quite enough, but it's enough to get some running. But I still need a bit more, so I'll just run up to this train up here and grab a stack of fuel, because it'll be fine. I'll restock at some point, and we'll start aim all in. So we've got the Emersite, Merzium powder done. I'll just go make sure with all of them, and also swap out the fluid or iron wagons for, or cargo wagons for fluid wagons, and finish getting them all set up. So we've got the Merzium powder, we've got the rare metals, which I'm just grabbing them from trains, the schedules from trains if I have them already. Blank tech cards, and we have the processing units, which that one didn't quite paste in, so just need to remake that myself because I don't have satellite view over there or radar coverage up there, but that all works out. We then grab the next ones, and just getting these all set up just takes a while, but being able to just copy and paste them from other trains really helps out quite a bit. This last few, we actually get this all looking pretty done pretty nicely here. So nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and this last one not really necessary to get up and running, but this is all working fairly well here, along with the constant attacks by biters, but hey, that's okay. And yeah, we've got a bit of an issue here, don't know what's causing that, but that's fine. Can easily just sort this out, make sure that the blank tech card train leaves before I drive this one back in. Which, of course, doing it, I don't put the right one there. The way that this all works, we've got enough of the ring greens coming in here, is that, well, for the Singularity tech card, we need AI cores, charge matter stabilizers, and blank tech cards. Blank tech cards are easy, we just bring them in from our blank tech card production. AI cores is fairly simple. We just have one advanced assembly machine surrounded with a bunch of beacons which are going to be filled up with speed module 3s, and that'll be enough to produce the necessary AI cores for the Singularity tech cards here. And all we need for that is processing units, Emersite crystals, and nitric acid, which are all feeding straight into here, which I also need for other ones, so yeah. Next thing we need for the Singularity tech cards is the matter stabilizers, which fairly simple, it just needs needs charge matter stabilizers, which, well, charge matter stabilizers is fairly simple to get. We just need matter stabilizers being thrown into a stabilizer charging station. So simple. But to get the matter stabilizers, we need Merzium plates, processing units, and energy control units. Well, we're just taking like half the belt from the AI cores of processing units and throwing them into here. And the Merzium plates, well, they're all coming from advanced furnaces, which are all making Merzium plates from Emersite powder and rare metals, all with like max amount of normal beacons around there to all have speed module 3s in there eventually. And the other thing, the energy control units, well, they're all coming from these 3 advanced assembly machines, which each require lithium sulfur batteries, electronic components, low density structures, and Emersite crystals. And the nice thing is, 3/4 of those I can easily bring in because I'm producing them elsewhere on my tracks. And so the only thing left that would need to be made is lithium sulfur batteries, which, with the amount of productive modules and speed modules in there, we can easily supply all 3 of these from just 2 advanced chemical plants. And they just need copper plates, lithium, and sulfuric acid, which we've got all that being made elsewhere. So they're all going through and being made up. We easily are getting ourselves Singularity tech cards, which they are slowly building up. Not fast, but they are building up. Just got issue with this here. There we go. And so we can see here we've got Singularity tech cards making their way through here. So that's all well and good. Which can lead on to the next few things here. Now we can get the antimatter reactor, which can produce a ton of power, 3 gigawatts just from providing it with charged antimatter cells, which are very simple to make. And the goal of the game, intergalactic transceiver, which we're going to need a lot of power input to be able to get this going and finish the game off, or finish Krastorio 2 off. So that's all well and good. But I think what I've done for now should actually be enough here. So I'll call it the end of the episode here, so you can comment, like, subscribe down below. Really helps out with YouTube discovery and whatnot. And that. Thank you all for watching. Catch you all next time.